about to exit the breakwater.
You and me, we're family. The bond that we share is as deep as the sea. No matter how rough things may come to be, you and me, we're family. Sing ho, hey, along for the ride. Ho, hey, I'll stay by your side. Ho, hey.
So it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. We've been anchored just outside Shelter Bay Marina for the last few days, actually waiting for a weather window, but this morning looks like we found one. There's been the odd sailboat anchoring for a night in the distance, but that's been about it, and we've been a bit perplexed by the fact that there has been nobody else around, which is a bit worrying. But we are surrounded by kind of lots of wrecks here, so that might explain it. We did explore some of the wrecks, but basically it's been a waiting game.
To navigate through the breakwater, you need permission from the port control. There was a lot of ships on the AIS preparing to travel through the Panama Canal. Our passage was around 150 nautical miles to Bocas del Toro.
Okay, so these squalls, they come really quick. And when they come hard as well. You get a lot of rain really suddenly and the wind picks up, but it seems to be under control now. And then the wind stops, which is really annoying actually.
Two decaf with sugar.
Who are they for? Oh, for me and Ewan. Thanks. Oh, a nice cup of tea. On the 3 till 5 watch. The sea's calmed down a bit and the moon's out. Wind direction's changed a bit, so it's picked up another knot of speed. We kind of went on a wide circle to avoid going straight into the wind and current, which I think has kind of paid off. The wind was on the nose for a while, but now it's kind of turned to, on our starboard side. We've motored most of the way. I think it's a difficult passage to do because the wind changes direction halfway across it.
next morning we were greeted by more dolphins, jumpier than ever. So we were just doing a watch, and then these dolphins just suddenly just came, and they're not doing any jumps or anything, but they're just so cool and cute at the same time. It's so amazing, like we're so far from shore and there's loads of dolphins, and I don't know what type they are, but they're definitely very cute. So there's two pods that have like basically have joined, like two pods, because there was one that came and another one.
We're about 15 miles away from land. Hasn't been too bad. Apart from the current, it's very slow, but we made it in daylight, which is the main thing anyway, and we didn't get caught in any lightnings. That's also a good thing. So yeah, looking excited to get to Bocas del Toro. On the chart, it's got all these it's like, remember being in a bay like this, we've got so many marker buoys indicated on the chart, lots of red port can and green starboard markers, and even a couple of isolated danger markers. So here I am looking out for them, and I've not found a single one. There's not a single marker here, so I'm just going along this imaginary channel.
We passed Bocas town.
We're in Bocas. We've come up to this beach called Starfish Beach because we've got some friends here. It's really good anchorage actually. It's nice and calm and plenty of space. So yeah, cool. Arrived. It's called Starfish Beach because there's a lot of starfish here, but they're just telling people about not picking them up, because if you pick them up then they retract their stomach and they stop feeding, so it's a case of just getting a photo next to them but not disturbing them. Same with most things really in the marine world. It's quite a cool place. You can there's little shops here selling various different things, and restaurants.
I think it's a toilet. It just looks like a random door between the trees. It probably is.
It might be like the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. You open the door and you go into another world.
Yeah, probably do.
So I went to get the Christmas decorations out. I think we finally finished our passage and arrived somewhere where the little tree's not going to topple over. I don't know if you remember in the vlog, one of the previous vlogs, we thought we were sinking. Basically the water tanks emptied out, and they emptied out over all the Christmas stuff, and it's just been in there, it's just moulded and festered away. And so these are the Christmas stockings. I think I've got most of the mould out. Number one, number two, he's lost half his leg and things. And that's the last one. I think what we're doing is trying to find somewhere for Christmas Day, but it's quite tricky. There's a lot of reefs around that are hidden, so we're winding our way through. So we are in Cayo Coral for Christmas.
Christmas Day, and we've had quite an active morning. We went snorkeling earlier on, and then we got the Optimist down, and Debbie's been out for a bit of a sail.
This is the best part about sailing, when it's just you and the wind and the boat.
Christmas on a boat is pretty much like every other day, very unexpected and unknown. So, you know, what are you gonna give to get first, and then what you're gonna cook. So, like this Christmas, I just went and got a kind of on a whim, bought this turkey because I saw one a few weeks ago that was frozen. And I think, well, you see things, you just grab it. So, and then I thought, well, is it going to fit in the pressure cooker? Because that was what was going through my head. And it fit, which is very cool. Yeah, so now I have shoved it in here and stuffed in loads of vegetables. And it only takes about 45 minutes. This pressure cooker is really good. I mean, it saves on fuel and it cooks things really fast. You don't use too much gas. So you can't have a turkey cooking in your oven for hours because that would use up your whole gas bottle. Santa brought us a Christmas pudding. This is a traditional thing in England. It's full of fruits and raisins and everything else. It's just a very heavy fruit pudding, really. And that's traditional. I don't know, a lot of people don't like it actually, but it's nice to have one because it makes you feel like it's really Christmas. That just goes in the microwave for about 4 minutes. But we do actually have a little bit of blue sky and sun, so it is actually charging up everything, the batteries, so the solar's kind of working. So yeah, the kids are in the rain and it's cold, but they don't care, and it's Christmas Eve.
So we tried to get on the sort of the main island, and we asked the guy at one of the local resorts, look, is there anywhere we can land the dinghy? And he kind of vaguely started describing this creek.
So is that another way in over there?
This is like, look at this.
So we kind of headed off about 4 miles across the bay, and found the creek and ended up right at the top of the middle of nowhere. And then
There's snakes and crocodiles here.
Okay, that's Lucky Girl and Evie, Selkie now paddling through, and us. So you don't expect to get a traffic jam in the mangroves, but you know, that's just what happens. We found a place to put our dinghy up this little creek called Salt Creek, and there's a little path that's built by the locals.
We seem to have inadvertently found ourselves in a village, so it's quite fascinating actually. It was such a weird find.
So here's all their washing. That's how they dry their washing. There's just these little houses inside the jungle. It's really cool.
So we're in Bocas town for New Year, and we got here about 11 o'clock and it was very, very quiet, and we thought we kind of probably got the wrong day or something, but it's slowly starting to pick up. The fireworks are starting, the bars and the restaurants are starting to pick up with their musics and their DJs.
There's going to be fireworks everywhere and there's a DJ over here.
We're back to the boat now. Everyone's getting tired, and we've stayed up till 1:30.
Feliz Nuevos Años!
Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year!
Thanks for watching, and a massive thank you to our patrons for keeping this journey going. If you want to give something back and want to be a part of our patron family, then follow the description in the link below, or put Mothership Adrift Patreon, and that should send you to the right link. You can become a patron from as little as $3 and you can be in contact with us directly. Thank you.
You and me, we're family.
And finally, don't forget to subscribe and also check out our other channel, which is dedicated to fixing your boat, called Mothership Maintenance.
Hey, you'll always be